episode 90. You're hearing it here. We're here, episode 90 of the Shlicketty DooCast. We are cracking. We are slapping. We are cracking fannies here. We're doing it. Episode 90. It's cold out there, and we got stuff to catch up on. We got a chock full plate of stuff today. Me and Mike did our homework. So here we go, folks. I'm your host, Aaron Forsyth, and I got my buddy Mike. He's a knocking, he's a pecking. Here he comes.
There we go. Is this actually episode 90?
Episode 90.
That's amazing. We can't believe we've done like 90 episodes of a weekly thing.
90 weeks straight. Yeah, we have not taken a week off. We've never taken a week off. Yeah, we even went through the holidays.
Well, we did miss that one week when you were in New York City.
And when you're in Canada.
But we didn't miss episode because we preloaded.
We backed it up. We double dipped.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we're doing good, man. I think that's kind of the key, you know?
Sticking with it, making it happen.
We're not ones to miss. I never missed school. How about you? Were you a school misser? I remember you going. Yeah, I don't remember you calling off.
No, because it got to a certain point. At some point, I tell you what, I think what it was. Second or third grade, I missed a day or two of school or something like that. Maybe it was when my appendix burst or something like that. I don't know. This was before we were really hanging out or anything like that. And I came back to school, and everybody was using the word crease for when you're folding a piece of paper and putting a sharp edge on it. Everybody's using the word crease, and I'm like,
where'd this come from?
Yeah, did this come out when I wasn't here? It was making me nuts. So I decided that I really didn't want to miss school anymore just because it was bothering me. And plus, at the end of the year, they always had that assembly where they gave out awards.
Yeah.
And there was always an award for perfect attendance.
Sure.
I got that thing like 7 years in a row.
Really? I never got one, and I've had perfect attendance, and I never got the award.
I mean, I think I did. I think maybe they stopped doing it after.
Yeah, grade school, they do it up to about 5th grade, you know.
I feel like they did through middle school or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just elementary, I forget. But yeah, I was like, I really wasn't missing much school at all, because what was the point? There was really no point.
No,
I thought I was really sick.
Yeah, unless you're really actually sick. But I know, I'd even go to work or go to school sick because I'd rather learn half-assed than not learn at all. You know what I mean? Not even learn, I don't want to miss a thing.
Every day was half-assed learning.
Yeah.
I think about it now, because I was staying up to watch Letterman almost every night.
Yeah, I think I was too.
We had to be at school at, what was it, like 7:52?
Something like that. Or I think, I remember 7:30 being like a weird magic number for some reason.
Time to leave the house.
You picking me up at 7:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives us plenty of time to dawdle and smoke a couple smokes before going into fucking school.
Yeah.
But it was, I just remember my mom was always so mad at me. She's like, it's so hard to wake you up in the morning. Yeah, it must have been. I was getting like probably 4 hours of sleep every night.
I know. I was getting head swoops in detention.
Oh my God, it was so hard to stay awake and stuff like that in school. It was like being a zombie all day.
Yeah. So even you mix that and then it's like, and just miss, I don't know. I always got bored. Like I'd be at home and you'd be like, all right, we're gonna watch. Okay, let's turn on The Price is Right. Oh, there's Monty Hall.
That only goes till noon, and then the soap operas start.
Yeah,
and
then it's like, all right, once soap operas kick in, it's like, okay, well, I got nothing to do.
You got 4 hours to kill until the $25,000 pyramid and the card sharks and the Joker's Wild came on.
And if you're sick, you go, read a book or comic book or something. But yeah, I was just bored. I found myself more bored to be home. I was like, I might as well just go to school and fake it.
Yeah, it was sort of annoying to be missing school.
Yeah, so we do it. We got perfect attendance.
Yeah.
Shlickety Doos, how are we doing? Let's see. Oh, last week, you had asked the one big question, Mike.
Oh, once again, just like I'm not paying attention for a second, all of a sudden everybody's yapping about it, like creasing the paper. Smashburgers.
Smashburgers. Well, I got
WTF.
I got the answer.
Fudgesicles.
I got the answer, Smashburger.
Because I thought it was a brand name, like Burger King, McDonald's, Smashburger.
Oh, no.
But then everybody's using it. It's like one of these fad fashion things. Like remember like 10 or 12 years ago, everybody was Applewood smoked bacon was like all over the place. That was the rage.
Or they'd say, what was the one, something kitchen. It'd be like, oh, this is a scratch kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be like, scratch kitchen? What are you talking about?
That means it's just bacon
from scratch. It's just taking it's like a weird marketing word where everyone just jizzes on them. Like lately, the new word's protein. Everything's got protein in it now.
Well,
You know, it's like, it's
food
the same
fads.
shit.
Food fads.
Yeah. So you name it, but you're right. Smash burgers was a thing. Here's what it is officially: a smash burger is a hamburger patty pressed thin on high heat seasoned griddle. So the griddle is seasoned, or a cast iron skillet, and you press it with a high heat spatula press. It maximizes the Maillard reaction, creating a deeply caramelized, crispy exterior while keeping the interior juicy. So it's typically made with 80-20 ground beef, probably a little more oily.
That's standard.
Yeah. But they're often served as doubles with cheese and classic toppings because they're thin. So you get a high. So basically, the smash, it's a loosely packed ball of beef, crispy edges and crust. So basically, it's pushed down thin on a hotter surface, so the outside is, caramelized.
So we were talking last time about, the Gordon Ramsay or the John Taffer guy yelling at people about pushing down on the burger, squeezes out all the juice and stuff.
Well,
So the only difference here must be that they smash it down immediately.
and it's 80-20, so there's more fat. So when you squish that down, there's going to be more ooze off. It's
Honestly, dude, I think all hamburgers are made out of 80-20 because
I get 90% all the time.
you need the 20% fat to keep it together, otherwise they fall apart.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's just grease in the pan. It shrinks. But basically, because they're thin, they cook in just a few minutes, it says, preventing them from drying out.
Like, who doesn't one of the fast food places do this? I feel like Burger King's burgers are pretty thin. Aren't Wendy's burgers
Yeah,
pretty
but they
thin
aren't
too?
crisp. They aren't caramelized on the outside. That's the thing.
Caramelized. That's one of those food fad words, caramelized.
Caramelized. Well, there's a caramelization that happens, apparently. See, it's funny.
It's not.
I had to laugh at this because I was
It's
like,
searing it.
my grandfather, God rest his soul, he was super tight. We called them depression burgers.
Well, yeah.
And he would make these little thin patties, and he would do that. And he'd go, and he'd flatten it down and flip it, and then, here you go. And me and Chris would be like, this thing is fucking gross.
Hockey puck.
Yeah, not even. It was thin. It was thin.
No, I mean,
yeah,
but
you could
it's
see
dry.
through it.
Dry as a hockey puck.
Yeah, and it was just like terrible. We called them depression burgers, and they were depressing. I feel like smash burgers. It's like taking two of it, and commonly with a smash burger, it's two. So you're gonna put some cheese in between the two, and so you get the thickness of a regular burger by squishing two down. But I don't know about I don't want that. I don't want that caramelized coating. That's gross. Doesn't that sound gross?
I got to push back and say I don't believe it's caramelized. You can caramelize onions because they turn brown. They get a caramel color.
But you're going with a skillet on a higher heat.
Yeah, but honestly, that's like searing.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll call it that. Yeah,
Like
you're searing
when I make the
outside.
chicken breasts, I get the pan hot, and then you salt and you pepper it, and then you put it in the pan face down for 2 minutes, and it sears it, locks in the juices. Flip it for 2 minutes, get the other side seared. Then you put it in the oven for 10 minutes.
Well,
That's how you do the meats. Comes out nice.
here's the tip. Here's the tips that they give you for the best smash burger. People might want to hear this.
Right. Use
Use the 80-20 ground beef. The fat content is crucial for flavor and preventing the dryness. Now, tip 2, get the grill ripping hot. A cast iron skillet or flat top griddle should be extremely hot. Don't move it.
Wait. So they're saying ideally it's on a grill, but if you're going to do it on like a cast
Griddle.
iron pan.
No, not grill. Griddle.
What was the first thing you said?
Cast iron skillet or flat top griddle.
No, before that.
It just says get the grill ripping hot.
It said grill.
It said grill.
Grill. That's what I'm saying. The grill.
Well, you have griddle. You have a griddle on your. My grill has a griddle.
They're two different things.
It'll drip through though. You want a flat surface.
If you're barbecuing on a grill, then it's a grill.
Okay.
But if you're cooking it inside.
Yeah.
So, but their difference is, if you're doing it over a grill, it's going to be an open flame. If you're doing it on a griddle or a cast iron pan, or a cast iron skillet, then you got to go high heat.
Yeah.
Because you want to get that sear.
Yeah, that's what you want. Yes. Don't move it. Once smashed, let the patty cook undisturbed for 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
To develop the crust before flipping it.
This is cooking it like a chicken breast or a steak.
Yeah. Honestly, this is a shitty way to cook. unless you got a half-ass gross, I don't know. I wouldn't cook a burger like that. Smash burgers sound terrible to me.
Yeah.
Smash immediately. The patty must be smashed within the first 30 seconds of hitting the heat to achieve the proper crust.
Yeah.
Should I repeat that? Smash immediately. The patty must be smashed within the first 30 seconds of hitting the heat to achieve proper crust. Okay.
Interesting.
And then the last hint here is use parchment paper. Placing a small square of parchment paper between the meat and the spatula will prevent sticking. Okay. So
Came back to bite you.
the smash burger. I think it's shit. I don't know. Maybe you and I should go somewhere where they have a smash burger and we'll try it.
All right.
It doesn't sound impressive to me.
Me either. But, you know, I've had quite a few burgers around town here and this and that. And I tell you what, still, the best burger I ever had, me and the girlfriend cooked in the backyard on the grill.
Yeah.
She got some really nice 90-10, I don't know if it was like, once again,
She probably got the grass-fed.
food, fashion stuff. Yeah,
She
exactly.
probably got a grass-fed 90%.
Yeah,
nice
some
lean.
organic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was good.
Yeah, that is.
Oof.
And the key to that, and here's what I've been buying burgers. And when I do, I always go, all right, well, they're getting expensive. So lately I've been like, all right, how do I lower my food bill? Because shit's expensive. So here we go. I've been getting like, this kind of, like the Bubba burger and this kind of burger, 90-20 burger. And I've been trying all the different burgers. Even dumb shit, like the Flanders one was terrible. They're gray and they're crap and they're processed. But I went to Wegmans, anything that says Angus, whenever you get an Angus burger,
Maybe that's what my girlfriend got.
because Angus is 100 times better than ground beef burgers. Ground beef burgers are kind of bland. You kind of got to add to it. But something about the Angus or the seasoned Angus is like, whoa. It activates the salivary glands.
Now, I always do, whenever I cook meat, I always put some Worcestershire sauce on it.
Ooh, that's not bad.
I like Worcestershire sauce, but also I believe that the vinegar in the Worcestershire sauce penetrates the meat and starts to break down the bonds of the muscle tissue. And so that'll make it a little bit more tender and stuff like that. I do it for chicken. I'll do it for hamburgers. I rarely eat red meat. I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't crave steaks. Burgers are a bit of a mess,
I think the smash burger to me just sounds very generic. It sounds very fatty. I don't like a fad.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Food fad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of seems like it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Well, what you're gonna have a double patty? We're gonna sell smash burgers, and then we're gonna put it on a rectangle metal plate, and then we're gonna get some fries and put them in a cup next to it, and serve it with your favorite local IPA.
Yeah, none of that sounds interesting to me.
No, it's just diarrhea.
That's when I'm like, time for a salad.
Yeah, it's just not good. So I don't know. Smash burger stinks. I think, and I haven't even eaten one. Maybe I have eaten one. I don't know. I got to see what's going on.
Like you say, we got to go out somewhere and try it.
Yeah. So. And I guess all of them are not created equal. Somebody's probably yelling at the screen right now. Oh no, you got to try Uncle Junior's in Walla Walla, Washington. Okay, fine. I'm sure. I'm sure everyone's got a hometown hero that does it right. But I've yet to see it here in Erie, PA. So.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was always raving about those In-N-Out burgers or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're always like, oh, they're only in California. They're only ever in California. They're in Phoenix.
Yeah.
You can go to them in Phoenix. I went to them. They're okay.
Yeah. I'm done with fast food. I told you about the whole ordeal with Burger King. I'm done with fast food.
I went to Burger King last Friday or something like that.
Yeah, I'm done with them. I'm done with all fast food, really. Just because for the price you pay, I might as well just go to Wegmans and get some Angus fucking burgers.
Oh, yeah.
I might as well just do it myself and take, and make it better to what I like. Because this fast food...
No, it is. For as expensive as it is, and the quality is like hit or miss, it's like...
Yeah, and they're not even nice on the drive. Here's another thing that, I can take getting ripped off every now and then with the quality or the price or whatever. I can take my lumps. But when you serve me and the kids are unresponsive douchebags and just people are rude, it's just like, what are we doing here?
The last couple of times since it's been wintry here, I haven't done the drive-thru.
I actually think now's the time to do it.
No, why?
Because you don't want to get out of your car.
I do want to get out of my car. Oh. I don't want to sit in my car with my window down and I also don't want my window rolling up and down, which is a power window, to break because of the ice.
Oh yeah, you have that issue, yeah.
So I've already got a passenger window that won't go down. It makes me insane. I just don't have the $500 to get it fixed.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I
here's some fast food I do want to try.
Okay.
Popeyes. We have a Popeyes chicken here in town.
Yeah, I told you the Popeye. Yeah, I got to tell you, all their side dishes are carby bullshit crap, but their chicken itself, their coating is beautiful. If you get Popeye, just wait for the coupons. If you open the Valpak and you get some coupons, do it via coupons and just try it out.
Yeah.
But they're going to give you mac and cheese. They're going to give you a dry-ass biscuit with it. They're going to give you a cup of coleslaw.
No. I'm not doing coleslaw.
All that, yeah. And their meal.
I refuse coleslaw. If they want to try and give me coleslaw, I tell them they can keep it. They can turn
and
right
it's
around
the
and throw it away.
biscuit, the shitty biscuit, the coleslaw, and then a half-ass bland mac and cheese, and then a fountain pop. So all their sides are terrible, but their chicken is good. They've got some spices and their little side sauces or their sauce on sides. They're pretty good.
Yeah, because I'd go for some like juicy, like well-made, chicken.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. In that sense, I think KFC has them beat because
really,
I love the KFC, the gravy and the mashed potatoes.
The gravy and the mashed potatoes is pretty good. Did you ever get those bowls that they used to have?
Yes.
Those bowls are pretty great.
Yeah, when you mix them all together, it's like, oh, all right, here we go.
It was like mashed. I don't know if they still have them. They had them like 20, 15 years ago.
They come and go. Yeah, I think they're there.
Like mashed potatoes, gravy, a sprinkle of cheese, and then some little chicken nuggety bits in there.
There's corn in there too.
And corn.
Yeah.
That's a tasty bowl.
Yeah, so I think pound for pound, if you got coupons, hard to say. I would have to say, as a meal, the KFC's probably better. But a standalone chicken, I think I would rather have Popeyes as standalone chicken.
Yeah, and I'm not big on gnawing around the bones. So I don't even know what I would get at the Popeyes. Maybe, I don't know if they got
I'm sure they got a plank.
Chicken sandwich, like a...
Yeah, I'm sure they got a spicy chicken sandwich or a plank or
Lately, for most of 6-8 months, I'm into spicy chicken. So, I'm into it. And like I said, I don't know if I said it on here, but I did a price comparison because my first spicy chicken sandwich I ever had was a Wendy's spicy chicken. And
yeah.
And
early 2000s.
Yeah,
they were good.
Actually,
then.
late 90s, I believe. It was when I moved out to Arizona. I was working at the video game job.
Wendy's was strong for a while there, but they're losing it now.
Yeah, and so I did a price comparison because when I drive back up from Pittsburgh for the job, I stop in Grove City and there's a Wendy's like right there.
Yeah.
And so if I want to get some lunch, I could pop over there to the Wendy's. But I did a price comparison. It's more expensive for just the sandwich, not like a meal or not with fries or whatever. For just the spicy chicken sandwich, it's more at Wendy's than it is getting one at Sheetz.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And one at Sheetz is like it's about the
same. That could bring us to our next spot.
Oh yeah?
Sheetz.
You got something? Here's the thing that bugs me about the Sheetz is just to finish
up on
the
Sheetz,
spicy chicken
I don't know
sandwich.
if you guys have a Sheetz out there. It's kind of like a Wawa.
It's a Pennsylvania
You get
thing.
your gas, you can get your cigarettes, you get your lottery, you can do everything there.
It's a Pennsylvania thing.
Yeah. Sheetz is great.
But when you order the spicy chicken sandwich, they want to charge for all the extra toppings.
They do.
It's already
they're 50-cent add-ons. So if you're ordering through the app, your $4.95 sandwich could turn into $9.95 real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So I only get like they want to put the shredded lettuce, no shredded lettuce, especially if I'm in a vehicle eating.
Yeah, I'm done with shredded lettuce.
So I usually just get tomato. I just haven't put a tomato on.
Yeah, standard tomato. Yeah, I always say, give me a plain side. Give me a tomato.
I don't even have them put a sauce on it.
No.
Because what are you gonna do on a spicy chicken? What's the appropriate thing? I don't want a barbecue sauce. I don't even know.
Honey mustard works well.
Yeah, but there's so many different types and flavors of honey mustard.
Yeah, it is. And the one size don't fit all.
No, it doesn't. And I'm not familiar with their flavors and tastes of their sauces. So barbecue can be anything from like a thick, rich, smoky barbecue to like that Kraft barbecue sauce, that orange stuff, So I'm just like, you know what? I'm here for the chicken. I'm here for the crunchy. I'm here for the spicy.
Well, I could tell you about Sheetz. What I like about Sheetz, not only you got a loyalty card. Now, a lot of restaurants and places you go, you get your guys, you got a loyalty card. You can let the points build up. You got to use them within the year.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. At the end of the year, that you lose them all?
I don't know about that. Mine seem to roll over. I think if you haven't used any of them, they might take them away. But if you start using them, then they'll be like, all right, they leave them on there. They know you're a reward user.
Because I was using...
And I was filling out also, too, they email you like, how'd you like your service today? And I'll fill out the little surveys because I got a little extra time sometimes. I'll fill out their survey because I'm cool with it.
And they give you points for that?
I think so. I think, you get 250 per survey.
Because I had the Sheetz little scanny guy. Mm-hmm. And I've been using those when I drive down to Pittsburgh for the work thing.
Yeah.
So I'd scan that.
So you're scanning.
Put gas in the truck. And I had like a bunch of points or something like that.
Yeah.
And so then you had told me to get the app, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess there's an app. And I got the app, and it showed I had like 900 some points. And then I connected the app to my account, 0 points. Huh. So I was like, I don't know, but it was around the end of the year.
Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, maybe because you're new. I don't know. I've been doing app. I want to say I've used a lot of points, and I've got I want to say I got like 5,700 points or something built up.
Right?
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, and they're always offering me. Well, rewards points. You could go in there. Oh, free if you want it. Free fond drink. Oh, free slushy. Free coffee. They're handing those out like butter. But I got a thing the other day, an email. Thanks for being a loyal customer. You're our rewards loyalty. You're a freaker, a loyalty freak. And I go, you're darn tootin' there, Charlie. So I'm like, all right, we have a special gift for you. Stay tuned. We'll email you when it's ready. So I was like, that's kind of weird. So a week goes by and they email me and they go, stop in today at your local Sheetz. We have a gift for you.
Oh, really? Like a stop in?
Yeah, stop in. I'm like, what could this be? Now, in my head, I'm thinking, maybe they're on to me.
How so?
All right, side note. Every now and then I get donuts in the morning because they've got an outstanding bakery. Okay?
Do they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, their donuts are killer, but they're expensive.
Donuts are really expensive
Yeah,
anymore.
they're $2.50 a piece. Well, I put 4 in the box and I pay for 3. I go to the self-checkout and they go, how many donuts do you have? Doot, doot, doot. And I go, 3. So I've been stealing a donut for a good year.
Oh my God.
But I mean, what are they gonna do? Arrest me for a donut? I mean, I just admitted my crime. But whatever. So I was like, better not be an elaborate setup to bust me for eating donuts. Stealing donuts.
That's how they get you.
Oh, big brother. But all right, so no, I get in there and they go, and the lady's like, oh, you're one of our free guests. So they hand me this bag. Look, it has the Sheetz logo on it, like a zipper bag. Whoop, it's all zipped up. I was like, what could this possibly be? Look at that. So we're going to open it up. And I go, wow, look at this. Whoop, this fell off. Okay. They gave me, look at this, guys. It's a Sheetz fanny pack, but it's also got on the side, you can attach to this. Oh boy, here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it together for you. It's a fanny pack. Oh, this piece fell out. And it's got 2 drink koozies on it.
Oh, built-in koozies?
Koozies for either side. So you could be Mr. Joe Party, and you got your Sheetz fanny pack on, and you got 2 beers you can put right here. Now, this isn't a normal fanny pack. This is also...
It's like a cooler?
A cooler bag. And in the front, you've got a cooler bag, too.
Huh.
So, and it's got a retro design. I mean, very Stranger Things-ish. Nice retro 70s design. And you got the 2 cooler things on each side. I got one down there that just fell.
Now, do the cooler koozies, what do they latch into?
They go on, well, and you got the little clipperoo to kind of clip it around your waist.
That's what makes it a fanny pack.
Yeah, I love those alligator clips. Yeah, they just got like a little, how do I show you there? It's like that, like a little hook.
Like a little belt clipper.
Yeah, like a belt clip. And it hooks right there on the side. You just go yoink. And then it's going to attach there. So if you wanted to be, now I don't know, you'd have to be a pretty big party monster. But imagine this thing, you're at a festival, you got your 6-pack in there, you got a couple beers on either side. You're like the Lone Ranger here. You're like the 70s Lone Ranger party monster.
Or if you were hiking, you could pack a little lunch in there.
Yeah. And these things, you can put your water bottles on either side or something like that. Look, and this says, oh, here it is. And here's my site. It's called a canny pack. The Sheetz canny pack, a modular insulated waste located party unit. It's a party unit. And look, and then they gave me a congrats. This congrats sign says, congrats on being an elite freak. Use this fanny beast to take your Sheetz runs to the next level. Yep. Pretty cool, huh?
Man. Yeah, it definitely has like a retro, like 80s feel. Like
I know, I liked it.
Like 83, 84.
I mean, you'd look absolutely idiotic wearing it, but in a weird way, it's kind of like, you know what? It's so idiotic that it's actually kind of cool to me.
Like, here's my question. How functional is it?
Well, I think these beer coolers on the side are not functional at all. Now, as a wearable cooler, or if it could easily fit a 4-pack, maybe a 6-pack stretched.
I mean, it's like a.
I would call it a 6-pack.
If you were traveling at the airport and you had that as your fanny pack, you could put your book, your wallet, your.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Cell phone. You can put a lot in that.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid fanny pack. If you're wearing that, yeah, you're at Cedar Point and you're like, oh, okay, hand me your phone, give me your sunglasses. We're putting it all in here.
Suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
This could be the man purse. This could be your summertime man purse. And you wouldn't have to put it around your waist. You could just sling it over your shoulder and just like, hey, this is your man purse.
I can see that for like what you're saying, like if you're like at a concert, the beach, amusement park.
Yeah, I'm thinking amusement park because I don't ever bust out my fanny pack unless I'm going to the amusement park, you know. But yeah, the candy pack. So Sheetz, we love you, Sheetz. Thank you for the gift. Big fan, big fan. Sheetz are good eggs.
Candy pack.
I know. So down south they got like Wawas and things like that, which are similar. There's always the debate: is the Wawa better than the Sheetz?
Nope. Wawa's based out of New Jersey.
No, I know, but they have. I've gone to like a Wawa in Virginia.
Yeah, because Virginia's very close to like New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey.
Wawa's cool. It was all right. I remember we stopped there at like 6 in the morning, and I remember their breakfast sandwiches and everything like being pretty good. And but I remember being crowded. So it was like a Sheetz, but it seemed a little bit more decorated, more like grandma's house. You know, it had a little bit more country appeal to it, where Sheetz is kind of like weird and retro-y and cool and fun. You know what I mean? If you go to a Sheetz.
Sheetz is a Pennsylvania thing. It started down around the middle of the state area, somewhere between Pittsburgh and Lancaster sort of thing. Wawa is a New Jersey, Philadelphia area thing. Now, what about Get Go?
Well, that's an extension of Get-Go that's an extension of Giant Eagle and, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Ties into Giant Eagle and them.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I think their prices are a little high, but they've got a pretty solid kitchen situation going on there. And their takeout beer and
they're the ones with the
coldies
MTO, the made to order?
Yeah.
Is that them? Okay. Because, back in the day when I lived here, before I moved out to Arizona, Country Fair. Country Fairs everywhere. 7-Eleven couldn't get a foot in. There were a couple of old style quick fills.
Yeah, Circle K. There was like 1 or 2 ghetto Circle Ks, but those don't last. Those are more of an Ohio thing.
So no, that was an Arizona thing. When I went out to Arizona, they had Circle Ks everywhere, the way we had Country Fairs everywhere.
We used to have a lot of red apples around. Remember those?
Yeah.
There's still a couple floating, but they're kind of lame.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, none of that stuff ever really took off here because Country Fair was so dominant.
Yeah, Country Fair reigned supreme.
And then it was just
but Sheetz is giving them a run for their money. I think Sheetz is a little cooler though. I'm Team Sheetz.
So the Circle K's out there in Arizona, but you know honestly, since I quit smoking cigarettes, like what is it now, 12 years ago? I never went to the convenience stores anymore out in Arizona. Yeah. Because I got everything that I needed just at the grocery store. I'd go to the grocery store, I'd get the groceries.
That's true.
I'd get the gas from the grocery store because you get the points off for shopping there.
Yeah.
And then out there they have like normal sort of liquor laws, so you could buy your beer or wine or whatever just at the grocery store.
Yeah, you could still here.
So you could I just get everything at the it was Fry's, which is like Ralph's in California or Kroger and a lot of places.
Yeah, I'm just doing it for, I'll stop by for
then I come back here,
sugar-free Red Bull.
And I expect it's going to be Country Fair domination everywhere. And you got the Sheetz, the Get-Go, the Country Fairs are still around. You got...
Yeah, Country Fair is reigning supreme locally. But No, Pennsylvania though, it's a Sheetz. Pennsylvania Sheetz is strong.
It
We're
is
strong.
Like I said, there's that YouTube channel I watch. It's that John Malecki. And those guys are based down outside of Pittsburgh, and yeah, they're all about the Sheetz.
Oh yeah. It's funny. There's a lot of like Buffalo comics and stuff that I talk, and they love coming to Erie for gigs. So we're stopping at Sheetz on the way home. You know, everyone makes the pilgrimage to Sheetz on the way home. They love it before hitting the highway. Let's go to Sheetz. Like it's a stop. It's like, dude.
I watched a video on YouTube one time. This guy ate nothing but food from Sheetz for 30 days.
Ooh.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Ooh.
So what he was doing was he figured out, little hacks he figured out. Like they sell produce. They sell apples and bananas for not that much money. And so he's like, I get some fruit.
Yeah, they always have bananas.
And then he was saying that they'll send you on the app like deals for the day.
They do.
And they're like really good deals.
Mm-hmm.
And so he could stock up on the deal food, like it'd be like, 2 chicken sandwiches for like $4 or something like that.
Yeah. Generally, it's
Save
like,
one for
you get a
later.
free coffee and a free side if you get a sandwich. So you could turn your sandwich into a meal.
But because he was eating there so much, the points started really compounding.
Yeah.
And so they were throwing a lot of good stuff at him. So he had it worked out pretty good, but he said it was still a bit of a chore.
Yeah, because they do have the nice, convenient touch screens, and they have the app, and everything's tied in. They're pretty good that way. But sometimes they'll take a little long. Like there's times when you go, I'm going to go to Sheetz, and I'm going to get a slice of pizza, which their pizza's not too bad. But it's like, you end up waiting about a good 8 minutes,
Yeah.
It's not as quick as you think.
No, and that's the way with like just getting a sandwich and everything like that too. Like I really started doing it when I was doing the Crazy Monkey stuff over the summer. Because you're out in the truck all day, and we're stopping in to, let's get something to drink, blah, 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 grab some food. We're going to be out all day, like 10, 12-hour days, like every time we worked. So I started sort of getting into it there. Because back in the day, when we were in high school and stuff like that, we used to try, and like there were times where it's like, oh, we got to get some food. Like I'll get a sub sandwich from the country fair.
Yeah, and it'd be wrapped in clear cellophane, and then you just kind of hold on to it until it's time to eat.
And the gas station food, like, I just remember always it was making me sick.
Yeah, because we were eating roller dogs, and
No, I never did.
You never ate a roller dog while I was eating. I'd buy 3 fucking chili dogs.
Never. I never did. Mostly it was those sub sandwiches. Yeah, like you said, they're wrapped in the cellophane or whatever.
Yeah, those ones aren't bad.
These days they're probably not bad, but even still now those even at the Sheetz or whatever, they still have that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
it's
they
like
do.
$8 or $9.
They are. I know.
For that, it's like, I could go spend $8 or $9 at the grocery store and make 10 sandwiches.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
8
It's not
sandwiches.
even worth it. I know this whole fix it. It's kind of like going to a bar. It's like you go to a bar and you go, hey Charlie, give me a rum and coke. That rum and coke's gonna run you $10. I could take the $10 and go buy some rum, and Coke's pretty much free.
Oh, yeah.
You could buy 12 rum and Cokes at home if you did it at home. So it's just like you're paying for ambiance and service. So that ambiance and service, that's my point going back to fast food. That ambiance and service, better, since I'm paying times 10 for this, give me something. Give me love or give me money here.
That's why I only go like once in a while.
Yeah, that's why when these fast food jerk-offs are fucking rude to me, it makes me angry. Especially when you be ignored. You just have either a teenager or some like white trash mom just like missing her front tooth and a face tattoo. Just being rude to you.
All right.
Well.
Let me ask you this. Here's something I got on my list. This is just sort of random.
Yeah.
But the thought occurs to me. Was it today at work or something like that?
Right.
I see where I work, food is sort of a big thing, So
for the whole crew, or discussion of food is a big thing?
No, there's no discussion of anything. We all just got headphones on. We're all just working and stuff like that. Right. But, there's a lot of like, eating while you work and snacking and this sort of stuff. Somebody had a box of Cocoa Pebbles. I saw a box of Cocoa Pebbles, and I think to myself,
the old Cocoa Pebble. You're talking like okay, all right.
Like
Barney Rubble.
Flintstones, yeah, Fred and Barney on the box.
Yeah.
Flintstones is so irrelevant these days.
Kids don't even know, yeah.
No, they have no idea. Is the only reason Flintstones is still sort of viable is because the Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles are still around.
I think maybe it keeps them in the zeitgeist.
That's what I'm
maybe.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's funny how
nobody watches Flintstones. Nobody talks about Flintstones.
My daughter knows Barney Rubble and Fred Flintstone, but I don't think she's ever watched a Flintstones.
From the cereal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she'd know Fred Flintstone. Like if I came in dressed as Fred Flintstone.
Or the vitamins, the Flintstone chewables.
True.
You know?
Yeah, maybe because it's in pop culture. It's like she knows who Bozo the Clown is, but my daughter's never seen a Bozo the Clown. You know? It's just they're in the zeitgeist.
I don't think I've ever seen a Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen either, actually.
Bits and stuff, but it's not like when we were growing up and it was like a thing on TV.
No. But it's an iconic image that's been around in marketing.
It was the 50s and 60s thing.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. You keep talking.
All right. So Fred Flintstone. Yeah, it's funny how Hanna-Barbera parlayed that into Post's cereal. And that's been going on. You would have thought at some point Post would have gone, you know what? Hanna-Barbera is not really hip with the kids anymore. We might want to you know what? But they never did. They never gave up on that trademark. You know, it's weird how
Hanna-Barbera's not even around anymore.
I know. So why would they hold it? Maybe did Post buy I wonder if it's used by permission?
No, the Hanna-Barbera got bought by the Cartoon Network.
Right. But Or is Fred Flintstone's image, is that public domain?
No, because I think it's got to be like 90 or 100 years.
Yeah. Didn't they just make like Felix the Cat became public domain or something like that? Or Betty Boop?
Yeah, stuff from like the 20s. I didn't actually see the list for this year for the stuff that went public domain, but I remember like last year or 2 years ago, it was like Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse.
Yes, that's right.
Sort of thing.
Hey, that'd be enough for next week. Write this one down for next week. We're going to do a list of things that became public domain.
Okay.
Let's do public domain list. That'll be fun.
All right, let me see. 2026 public domain
list.
Properties.
Yeah, so it could be songs, it could be iconry, it could be logo, it could be anything. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it could be something like, the boomerang, or it could be anything. It could be like, Cheez-Its, you know.
Yeah, I think it's like 100 years. Yeah. I think that was the whole thing, was that Steamboat Willie was like 1923,
yeah, Steamboat Willie, yeah.
Something like that.
I've seen Steamboat Willie, yeah. I've seen that. That's the very first. It's got that cool gray feel to it. I like it. It's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, all those were like that. The old black and white cartoons.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so what was the deal with the Cocoa Pebbles?
That was it. I just saw the box and I thought to myself,
you didn't need any?
No.
Because they're basically chocolate Rice Krispies.
Is that what they are?
Well, no, they're Fruity Pebbles. Imagine Fruity Pebbles only chocolate.
I got that.
The Pebbles, those. But I think it's a rice treat.
But they're not fluffed.
No, they're not puffed
collapsed.
rice. Yeah, they're collapsed rice. Yes.
Yeah. I just saw the box. I saw Fred and Barney on it, and I thought to myself,
yeah,
the Flintstones aren't relevant at all. No one's watching it. No one's talking about it.
Or the kids. You'd think the kids would have grabbed onto like Pebbles and Bam Bam, and
something like there's no relevance to any of it.
No.
Anymore.
No.
Because the kids aren't watching those cartoons, and they didn't even spin it off. Well, I guess they did at some point spin off to Pebbles and Bam Bam. Animation. I remember that in the 80s.
Yeah, 80s,
late
90s,
yeah. Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, and it was really a glorified version of the Honeymooners.
That was the whole thing. It was a parody of the Honeymooners, which nobody knows the Honeymooners anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even watch the Honeymooners.
The Honeymooners was just so misogynistic. He was such a jerk.
It was. It was
kind of gross. It's kind of giving me heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I didn't buy it either. It was sort of like that whole argument with All in the Family as well.
Yeah, I didn't like that whole "I'll punch you in the face," woman. He was very mean to women. It's very demeaning for women. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't either. That always turned me off. And I know it was supposed to be like a parody of the way people were at the time or whatever, but I didn't like it. I didn't like them. I didn't like any of it.
Yeah, and it's were people really like that?
Probably.
Okay. But how could they? Yeah, what was so? That's what I don't see. What's the comedy about it?
Well, the comedy was the culture clash between the older generation of the Archie Bunker, being that sort of like,
Yeah.
racist, misogynistic,
Yeah.
curmudgeon, and then, his daughter, Gloria, and,
Being a 70s hippie.
meathead, Rob Reiner,
Yeah, and they're liberal 70s hippies.
Right. And so,
Yeah.
and,
Well, speaking of characters like that we forgot to talk about this last week, and I brought it up. Can we ask the big question?
I have no idea where you're going with this.
Well, you know where I'm going with it?
Where?
Is we talked about it last week. What's the problem with Arthur Fonzarelli?
Oh, you want to talk some Fonzie real quick? Actually, hang on. Before we jump into Fonzie, because we're talking about cartoon characters that are no longer relevant for kids today. So I was listening to a YouTube video, whatever, and these people were talking about like pop culture stuff.
Okay.
Did you know that there is a new He-Man movie coming down the pipe?
I saw the trailer for it.
Did you? I didn't actually see the trailer.
All right. I mean, He-Man was never my bag. I thought it was corny as fuck.
No, it wasn't my bag either. And these nerds on this show were talking about the He-Man thing, how, because Kevin Smith just did like a He-Man reboot animated thing a couple of years ago on Netflix.
Okay.
And I guess there are people that grew up with this property that love this thing.
Yeah, we were in our teens by the time it came out.
Oh yeah.
You and I grew up on like Thundar the Barbarian, so to me this seems like an extended version, a better version of Thundar the Barbarian, kind of.
Better, meh.
Yeah, not better.
But here's sort of the whole problem with this. And these nerds on this show were talking about the He-Man property and how the people that are fans of the He-Man property, Masters of the Universe, I guess, if you don't want to call it He-Man, because this is the whole thing. Like, they want a serious take on it.
Yeah.
But it's inherently a cartoon show designed to sell the toys.
Yes. But
and the toys were terrible. The toys were all terrible.
Yeah, they're all stiff and weird looking. He-Man looked terrible.
Yeah.
Then they had that green battle cat thing, and then it was dumb.
It was dumb. It's like,
and it had that weird like late '80s, early '90s thing when cartoons were horrifying.
Well, yeah, the limited animation.
And it was just so shitty.
Yeah, and it's like it just kind of strikes me as I get that there are probably people that grew up with it that love it.
Yeah.
But the idea that they're looking for like some sort of like, real feeling, like realistic version of Master of the Universe, it's like, why?
You're not going to get that.
That would be like we grew up with like, Scooby-Doo and stuff, and I loved Scooby-Doo when I was a kid. I'm not looking for a realistic Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I don't
or like a realistic Flash Gordon or something. You'd be like, eh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least Flash Gordon, I mean, it was like it was at least a thing that was inherently of the story and the character.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, what's another example of some sort of like...
Smurfs? What if they tried to make Smurfs serious?
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand. Once again, Smurfs is one of those things that just popped up, and it's like, it's from France. Apparently the guy was making like comic strips or something.
I don't know.
And then they made the animated series or something.
I'll give him it's kind of a weird original take. I've never seen anything like it.
Somebody liked it.
Yeah. But all of a sudden they're going to make a live action. We want a serious version of Q*bert.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, Q*bert? Q*bert stunk. Or the Snorks.
Video game properties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Masters of the Universe is a great idea. I don't think it'll do that great.
Well, they're doing it.
Well, yeah.
Well, this is the discussion that the nerds were having is when these movie studios are making these movies, it's sort of like they're like, know your audience. The point of it is to tap into that nostalgia for the kids that were like 8, 9 years old when this stuff was out.
Right, might want to turn their children onto it.
Right. So it's like, you better hit those nostalgia marks for those fans that grew up with it, because that's your core audience. You're not going to win over people like you and me with Masters of the Universe at this point.
No. And if you're a dad and you want to turn your son on to Masters of the Universe, I don't think that's the way to go about it. They should have done like an anime version of it.
Yeah,
then you'll get your kid into it. But that's not going to do it.
No. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah. That's probably, if you wanted to do it and get it, serious or whatever, it's all going to be in the writing. You may as well do it anime style, because that's what they love, because they're easily brainwashed and led around by their nose by the dancing
kids
Japanese
love the anime. Yeah, and it's all revenge. Let's avenge my father.
But to that point, somebody was talking about, in one of these podcasts or YouTube videos I was watching or listening to, and the guy was talking about showing his kids Star Wars, the original Star Wars.
Did the kids like it?
From 1977. Yeah. No.
They thought it was clunky?
They thought it was clunky, and it didn't hold their attention. It was boring. Wait, was it Tom Segura? I think it was Tom Segura.
Oh, was he turning his kids on to Star Wars?
It was like, it was him or something like that. They had 2 young boys.
He has 2 young boys, yeah.
Right, and they were about that sort of age where they could get into it. Because that came out when we were like, what, 6, 7?
Yeah, we 7 to about 15. It was, we ate and drank and slept it next to Star Trek.
Well, because at the time when it came out, like there was nothing that looked like that.
Yes.
Some of those visual effects that were practical effects were so like real, like the land speeder. The land speeder was actually there, you know? And I know now that they had it on an arm, you know? And so when they got out of it, it sort of bobbed a little bit. But man, that looked realistic as hell when I was like 6 years old.
Hell yeah.
That sort of stuff, I was like, man, this is great. And so that really made an impact on all of us that saw that stuff, because there was nothing like that at that time.
It was the 70s.
But he was talking about, you know, that now the kids are so used to the Tic Tac and the YouTube videos and the post MTV quick cut editing stuff like that.
Yeah.
To where it's like, because it's like from 77, it's sort of glacially paced.
Yeah.
And that was sort of the way that they did the movies back then. So for us, it sort of made sense. Like even Jaws. You watch Jaws. Jaws is a really slow moving.
Oh, it takes a while. Or Close Encounters.
Or Alien.
Or Dune or any of those.
The first Alien is very slow moving.
Yeah. Or 2001. Remember how long that took to get off the ground?
Man, did it ever? Like
no, the last 10 minutes did.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I remember watching it when I was like 12 or 13 and being like, oh, everybody loves this movie. And I was like, oh my God, what a snooze fest.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't seen anything that boring since we had seen Star Trek the Motion Picture in the theater.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fell
everything
asleep.
had shitty pacing back then.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I high-five MTV for giving us short attention span and quick cuts.
Well, definitely. Well, I don't think it's a short attention span thing. It's just get more visual action in it.
Yeah.
Get more eye candy happening.
Yeah. Excite this. Let's steroid this. Excite this. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
I mean, did you ever see the movie from 1974 called The Conversation with Gene Hackman?
No, it sounds like
where he's
a snore.
He's a guy that like is he's bugging something. He's using like a telescopic microphone or something like that. Talk about slow moving, boring. Like, and I've seen people on like, you know, podcasts where talking about be like, Conversation's a great movie.
Is it?
Is it? Like,
no, I think to them it's a great movie because it's nostalgic for them. They always say whatever you liked the year you graduated high school, whatever you like in that world at that time, you're gonna hold tighter on to because whatever was in your memory banks at that time and had value to you is your nostalgia.
I don't think it's just that. I think it's sort of like if you grow up a kid and you're watching kids stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get to start to be where you're making your own choices of what you're going to watch.
Yeah.
And then you start digging into stuff and discovering stuff.
Yeah.
And you come across stuff and you haven't seen anything like that before. It's kind of like, oh, this is a landmark thing, you know? And you kind of only have that at that time when you're sort of amassing the stuff that you like and that you're gravitating towards or whatever.
Well, it's kind of like when you think of music. I mean, like
especially with music.
Yeah, because it was so important to us back then when we were young. But is it really that good? No.
So I was listening to the John Malecki crew. They started doing a podcast. They're like 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
And so they're talking about these sort of pop culture things. This John Malecki's about 10 years younger than us. The one dude on there is about like 8 years younger than him. And then the other dude's like 10 years younger than that guy.
Yeah.
So they're covering all these different, and the one kid's like, boy, the 2005 to 2010, man, that's when music was really great. And he starts like naming like artists and stuff from music, and I'm like,
he's like, DMX, Eminem, Limp Bizkit.
No, it's not even naming stuff like that.
No, it's just the weird shit you never heard of.
Like Diggity Ray or whatever, just like these rappers that you're like, I've never heard of any of this.
Yeah, this is junk.
Yeah. it's you know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's no mainstream anymore anyway, so.
Yeah, I think it's just what you hold on to. So for anyone to like Masters of the Universe, it's kind of like, And and getting back to why, I mean, that does bring me back to why they still keep Fred Flintstone on Fruity Pebbles is just.
It's a property, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even get it. It's just nobody likes Fred Flint. You're not going to reboot the Flintstones.
No.
Why don't they make a Dark Flintstones?
Could you imagine?
A live action Dark Flintstones like they tried to do with what was the one my daughter used to watch? Was the one it was Dagwood and
Blondie
and Dagwood and them, but they did like Netflix had this remake of it and it was all dark and they were in high
school. No. It's Archie and Veronica.
Yeah.
Archie and Betty Veronica, the Riverside.
The Riverside, yeah.
Riverdale.
She liked
Riverdale.
That. Riverdale, right. She loved that. She was young. Yeah.
I guess that was good. Kevin Smith talks about that. He loves those sort of teenagey drama shows.
Oh, it was painful.
Because he was always talking about that Canadian one that was, what the hell was the name of it?
I think he's just got a weird soft spot for that stuff.
He does.
It's terrible.
He does.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they made like the dark version. They just took the characters, or like they made you were talking about a few eps back about the Fresh Prince.
Yeah. That's
making a weird,
example.
Serious version of it.
Yeah, with hour-long episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, huh? What?
But it is sort of interesting to look at how they're doing it. Yeah. That's I think it's called Bel Air. It's on Peacock, or NBC. Maybe it's on NBC. Yeah. I don't know. I hardly ever watched network TV in like decades. But it is interesting in how they're doing the show in that it's the same premise.
Yeah.
But it's just got a lot more sort of gravitas to it.
Yeah,
it's
a lot bit more at stake, more serious, more.
Yeah, it's the dramatic lighting.
It's not so goofy.
It's definitely not goofy. You know?
And there's no live studio audience laughing at every dumb joke.
Yeah, no laugh tracks, and I mean, that's the difference between like a sitcom and a drama. Mm-hmm. A half-hour sitcom and an hour-long drama. And I think it's well done, and I think the cast is good, and I think there's a lot of fertile ground to mine for story ideas and stuff. Like I only watched like the first episode or two. There's a lot packed in there.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. And that is, because when I first came across it, I'm like, wait a minute. Is this a 1 hour drama version of Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
What?
Yeah, it is.
And I think the question...
And I watched the trailer and then I'm like, I've got to watch
you into
this.
It though. I guess that's the selling point. It's like when we saw like Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter, you go, what? I got to see this. And it ended up being really good.
Yeah. Well, except for that last act, that last battle or whatever.
Yeah.
With the CGI, the terrible CGI. But the whole first like 2/3 of it,
it's wonderful.
Looks great because I believe it's directed by that guy who directed that REM video, that
Losing My Religion video.
Yeah. That Tembek.
Yeah, he's a Middle Eastern fella.
Tamu.
Yeah.
Tembekmer or something like that. Yeah, really, really rich like colors and cinematography and production.
Yeah, it was good. I looked great. I watched it a couple times. I was like, I can't believe I like this.
And that was written by the guy, that's Seth Graham Smith, who did Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Have you ever watched?
Yes. Yeah, that's not as good, but it has a couple moments where you're like, that's not so bad.
But I read the book because I had heard about it and I was like, what? Like, what is this? It's literally Pride and Prejudice, the old Jane Austen book. And like every now and then, he just like inserts extra stuff in there to be like, oh, they're leaving the party that Mr. Danvers threw, and on the way home they were attacked by zombies.
Right.
And so all these sisters, like their dad trained them in ninja skills and stuff like that, So they're like Ninja Turtles and like,
Yeah, they're gonna bust out in a fight.
Yeah, they bust out in the fight. Oh my God, it's pretty hysterical as a book because it is literally Pride and Prejudice, and then they just sprinkle some zombie on top of it. Oh my God,
man,
it's silly.
Man.
But yeah, but stuff like that is it can be interesting depending on how it's done. It's all the tone and the feel of it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, now one reboot they're not going to make. We'll go back to it. Remember, I got to bring it up because I brought it up. Was the what's the problem with Arthur Fonzarelli?
Wait, before we go into Fonzarelli. Talk about the Flintstones thing. How come nobody's done anything with Jetsons?
That's always, I've heard a couple people question that one.
Jetsons is like more engaging than Flintstones.
It could be, yeah, with the robot, the kid Elroy, and the dog. Maybe it's the dog. It might have the same foibles that Scooby-Doo could have ended up having because you can't encapsulate the dog in reality.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Astro doesn't matter.
Yeah, Astro's not as monumental as Scooby-Doo was.
Imagine it. If they did sort of a, I don't know, would you want to make it like an hour-long drama, sort of Jetsons? But if they were able to do that sort of retro 50s, 60s futurism, like they do on Fallout.
Yeah, and they have it look like, and they play the old music and stuff, but have it like post-apocalyptically weird and colorful.
No, not post-apocalyptically with the Jetsons. The mid-century 50s, 60s jet age futurism look.
Yeah.
For the design of things. That would be pretty dope.
I'm surprised. I bet you people have probably pitched movie studios over the year, but it never got greenlit. I'll bet you there's probably 10 scripts out there.
Because once again, they probably get stuck in this idea of, do you stay true to the Jetsons animated show from the 60s? Or, which I believe was a spinoff of the Flintstones. But Flintstones was like Honeymooners knockoff. Jetsons, I think, was sort of original.
Kind of, but it was still, he went to work, he had the wife, and the wife had the housekeeper that
Rosie.
annoyed the father. Yeah, Rosie would annoy him.
Yeah, and he had Mr. Spacely from Spacely Sprockets,
Yeah.
and then the competing company was Cogswell Cogs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff there.
Yeah, we all like the flying
You got
cars
Judy.
and the
You got
replicators.
what was the kid's name?
Elroy.
Elroy.
Yeah, and Jane.
Yep,
Jane,
Jane,
his
his
wife.
wife.
Elroy. Yeah, I don't know. What was the? Was there a villain in it, or was it what was?
Just his boss.
It was just his boss. A bad day. It was
It's like the old Bewitched episodes where Larry Tate, his boss, was like, "Oh, Mr. Tate called me into his office." Like that's the
Oh yeah.
big scary story. But I mean, I don't know. Everybody loves Jetsons.
It's workable. Yeah, I guess who would you get to play George Jefferson?
Jefferson.
Or George Jefferson. Or George Jetson.
George Jetson. I mean, I don't know. You stick with the orange hair.
You'd have to get John Hamm or somebody like that,
Well, I mean, so this is probably where all attempts to do anything with the Jetsons probably get bogged down into development hell. Is there's probably half the people saying stick to the sort of goofy cartoony version.
Yeah.
And that you get like a John Hamm doing it, and it's like that Flintstones movie with John Goodman and Rick Moranis.
Right, and they just become live-action parodies of themselves.
Live-action cartoons,
So, yeah, but if you want to really stretch it and take it a step farther, you probably wouldn't, you wouldn't.
But I mean, you wouldn't want to make it like a 1 hour drama, because if you make it a drama, then you lose all the fun out of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But maybe it's just, maybe because of the tech, it's too hard to replicate, it might have got too expensive. Same reason why they didn't do Flintstones too much, because of the dinosaurs. It's a tech thing, a CGI thing.
Oh, they had that whole Dinosaurs TV show.
Yeah, that's true. They could have done it in puppets, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did in that movie, I believe. Didn't they?
The John Goodman one?
Yeah. Didn't they? Hey, Dino?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it, honestly.
I mean, I think I saw it at one point. It was like in one eye and out the other.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan was the boss. They had Halle Berry in there.
Who played Barney?
Rick Moranis.
Oh, Rick Moranis. Yeah, okay, yeah, he plays a good Barney.
But talk about a live-action cartoon. Hokey smokes.
Yeah, that's a little too on the nose.
It was way on the nose.
Yeah, a little
Rosie
on the
O'Donnell
nose.
was Betty Rubble.
Oh, way on the nose.
And
who played Wilma?
Wilma was Elizabeth Perkins from Big. Remember she was in Big?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, the casting was good. They sort of, they
Makes sense.
were just like the cartoon, but look, what's the point?
Yeah, what are you trying to do here other than a live reenactment?
Yeah.
And you could hear the elevator pitch on this one, and all the agents of chatter going, "Oh, I'd like to get my client in on the Flintstones movie,
Yeah.
and all the actions, all the actions behind the scenes with all the agents trying to get this thing greenlit."
It felt cash grabby.
Yeah.
But all right, let's go back to Fonzarelli.
All right, I don't know if I want to do this in a list, but there's bad things and there's good things. Now, those of you who don't know, Happy Days had Fonzarelli. We know that. I was just thinking about him the other day. Now, this is no burn on Henry Winkler. We love Henry Winkler.
Love Henry
We're
Winkler.
Huge Henry Winkler fans. He's a great guy.
Henry
I
Winkler's
don't want
awesome.
to bag on him. This is more about the character Arthur Fonzarelli
Right, which
and his context to the show.
he was always a fish out of water because the show was developed by Gary Marshall, who was Penny Marshall's big brother. And he said that he based Fonzarelli on any a conglomeration of any number of the guys that he knew growing up in Brooklyn in the 50s that were hanging out on every corner and stoop. These
car
leather,
buff,
these leather jacket, pompadour haired, quasi
the
tough
greaser
guys.
types.
Greaser
Now,
types.
We like the idea of the greaser. Here's where this
they
got
were
problematic.
But they weren't in Brooklyn.
No.
They were in suburban Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Yeah.
So random.
Right. But he had good. Okay, so he could. He always had a way he could stop the bullies. We knew that. He could fix a car. He was good to the Cunningham. Now, I don't know, how did he end up living in the Cunninghams above the garage?
I don't know, because it's one of these things. Happy Days started off as an episode of an anthology series called Love American Style.
Yeah.
And I think it was called The Happy Days or something like that. And famously, they had 3 kids.
Yeah.
It was
Older Cunningham.
Chuck, Richie, and then Joni. And I feel like...
Well, they wrote out Chuck. We know that.
Right. Chuck, as they say, went up the stairs in one episode and never came down again. And never to be mentioned again.
Yeah.
Ever.
But Mr. Cunningham owned a hardware store.
He owned a hardware store.
That explains why Fonzarelli would be hanging around. He goes to the hardware store. In the 50s, you went to the hardware store to get your parts because you're a car mechanic. Or for his bike.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't get car parts at the hardware store, even in the 50s.
Well, maybe you could.
No.
Fonzarelli could.
That's actually an interesting question. I don't know how Fonzarelli came to be living in the Cunningham's garage.
Yeah, they had an apartment above the garage.
Yeah, his little swinging singles pad above the garage.
Which I always thought was super cool. You got to admit, I've always wanted one of those. Like, I'd love a garage down below with an apartment up top. I've always daydreamed of having one of those or having a studio in one of those.
I think it's a California thing.
Is it?
Because Dana Carvey was always talking about when he first moved down to LA or whatever, Kevin Nealon and 2 or 3 other comics were renting this house. And Dana Carvey and his wife were living in the apartment above the garage.
Oh, that'd be the way to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a thing. I think it's a California thing.
Okay.
I've never really seen any apartments above a garage around here.
Yeah, every now and then you do, but it's been baked in and they're not great. But I mean, I'd like to see a modern, cool version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how big the garage is.
Yeah, he's nice to the Cunninghams. Let's see, the jacket.
Right. Yeah, because in the early episodes, the network was so freaked out about him being a hood, a JD, a juvenile delinquent, is what they call him.
Yeah, he had like a white coat, like a milkman's coat.
Like a light blue.
Yeah, it was like a milkman's coat.
It was like a windbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, and they wouldn't let him do the leather jacket, so the leather jacket didn't come in until the second season, after it was a big hit.
Yeah.
And then they let him have a little bit more latitude with it. But I don't know how he ever. I mean, is there an early episode where it's like Richie bumps into his motorcycle outside Arnold's and knocks it over, and then Fonz is about to beat him up, and then he decides that he likes this dumb
Midwestern
freckle-faced kid.
Yeah, okay.
Takes a liking to him, and he invites him back to the house, and then once Mrs. Cunningham is like, "Oh, Arthur," and then he's like, "No, shucks,"
Yeah, Arthur's like, I got to go back to you can stay above in our garage, Yeah, I bet you there's an origin episode out there that I'm just not remembering.
It's like taking in a stray dog or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he started off nice. He was cool to the Cunninghams. He always protected Richie and Joni. We love that. We like that about him.
Yeah.
Here's the problem I had with the Fonzarelli thing. Now, he held literally the Arnold's restaurant hostage. His stomping ground was Arnold's.
Right.
So when he walked into Arnold's, everyone had to part like the Red Sea. He's got fun. He owns the bathroom. He kicks whoever in the bathroom
That's
out.
his office.
Yeah, his office was the bathroom.
Well, especially in the first season, they definitely do it like everybody's scared of Fonzie.
Yeah, I don't like that. What he's ruling by fear?
Yeah, like everybody's afraid of him except Richie. And the fact that he's friends with Richie gives Richie some street cred.
Yeah, and then Richie's dorky friends, who are Potsy and Ralph, are kind of like, okay, well, we're with the Fonz. And the Fonz is like, ooh, shushes them up.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, okay, now that dynamic, okay, we're building on it. That's okay. Okay, it's all right, but a little annoying, but we're building on it.
Baseline Fonzie.
So he can dance. He doesn't, I mean, I've never seen him get a side gig, so he just walks around and just basically, I've seen Arnold bring him out a burger and a milkshake. here, Fonz, have a burger and milkshake. He eats for free. You know, it's like he's a, even though he's keeping the bullies at bay, he's a bully himself. You know, it's like, and then here's the part that it's so misogynistic how he just, I was thinking about it and I was watching it and I was thinking like, oh my God, he literally walked into Arnold's and he's like, ugh, he snaps his fingers and then 5 girls
Chicks
run
flock
over
to him, yeah.
and then hang on his arms and he goes, and then they kiss his cheek and he's like, oh, too much perfume, move, you gotta go. Oh, you know, and it was like, you know, and then this other guy, this other dude in the background was with his girlfriend and then he goes, hey, you know, and has his girlfriend kiss him, you know, like to establish his dominance, his male dominance.
The background guy?
Yeah. And the background guy goes, here, Fonz, kiss my girlfriend. Like hands it to him. It was weird.
It is a very weird dynamic if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
Just don't forget, he was also magical because he would smack the side of the jukebox,
Yes.
turn it on or off.
Yeah. Or he could turn the lights on by hitting the wall.
Oh, that's right.
He could turn the lights on and off by hitting the wall. He could, yeah, he would close. There was times he was the last one to leave Arnold's. Arnold's would be like, well, I'm done for the day. You lock up, Fonz. You got it. And, you know, and then he locks up, you know.
Remember who Arnold was?
Well, the original guy?
Arnold was
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita.
Yeah, Pat Morita, but there's also the other Arnold.
Then later it was Al Del
Right.
Vecchio.
Al Del Vecchio, you're right. And that's when they brought in the extra characters.
Yeah, that was the other
So
guy.
Pat Morita was first.
He was only on there for like the first season or two. And then he left.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we like the dorky Potsy and Ralph and everything, but here's another thing I hated. Remember, he couldn't admit he was wrong. He couldn't say the word wrong. He would go, "Ruh, I was, you know, it's like, oh,
That's right.
stop it.
That's right.
And it was so laboring for him to say he was wrong.
That's right. That's right. There's so many little things like that. It was nuts.
It was just drove me nuts. It's just
But
not
for the
good.
time, for like the mid-late 70s, that's
Yeah,
how
and we
things
all
were.
had Fonzie fever.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know about you, but I had
long
like a
time.
cheap plastic leather, and I had the white T-shirt, and I was, thinking I was going to be Fonzie.
A little Fonzie doll with a little action thumb.
Yeah.
I believe there was a Happy Days lunchbox.
There's a lunchbox. There's cereal. I think there was a Fonzie cereal at one
was
point.
there?
Yeah. It didn't last long.
I mean, it was a cultural juggernaut.
It was
At the time.
Yeah, Fonz. Yeah, they were trying to make a Fonzie cartoon, but I don't think it ever flew.
No, because it was like in the like 83 or something like that. And by then it was like
It was starting to play out.
It was way past
when
that.
it literally jumped a shark. But yeah,
Well, and that's where the phrase "jump the shark" comes from.
Yeah,
People
we know.
don't know.
yeah, because he jumped a shark
He literally jumped a shark.
in
I
freshwater lake.
I saw
We'll
I saw
overlook that.
something recently where Henry Winkler was talking at something, and somebody asked him about his feelings about the jump in the shark thing.
Yeah.
It was like some panel at a con or something like
Yeah.
that. He's up on stage, and Henry Winkler goes, he's like, my dad said to me, don't tell them you know how to water ski. And at some point, it got to like, I don't know, 6th season or something like that. And they go, what else can we do with Fonzie? And he goes, I can water ski. Next thing you know, they got me jumping a shark.
Oh god.
That's how it all came up.
Okay, by the end of the season, they would always have a double episode at the end of the season, which I like. One was the Demolition Derby
Right.
with the
Malachi brothers.
the Malachi brother, the Malachi Crunch.
Malachi Crunch.
Yeah, that
Man.
was a good one. I like that.
Man, that made such an impact on us.
Oh, I wanted to be in a Demolition Derby more than anything in my life.
Yeah, when we were
Still
kids,
to this day, I think about Demolition Derbies.
that was like, holy cow, that was a thing.
That one and the one with when he fell for Pinky Tuscadero, the chick in the leather.
Vicky Tuscadero and her younger sister, Leather Tuscadero.
Oh, Leather Tuscadero, yeah.
Leather Tuscadero was,
Susie Quattro?
yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah, she was a real bass player in a band, a regional band.
Yeah, she was in some band. Like, sort of knew her from something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently she played in Erie a couple times, but I don't.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. But
Donnie
she's
Irish,
regional, but not very, But Susie Quattro. But yeah, Piggy Tuscadero. But I like those episodes. Those were good. But then you'd have they kind of did the layover where it was kind of like they did on Dukes of Hazzard, where like, coming up on the next level, will he make it? Will they?
The cliffhanger.
Yeah, the cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do that. That was always a big thing. The dance-off one was pretty all right,
I remember that one.
When Fonzie's doing the dance-off, and he just keeps going. They're like, "You can do it, Fonz. Keep going, Fonzie," and he's getting. Oh my God, yeah, like the Weezer video.
And then once again, like it's probably a tie between Happy Days and All in the Family for number of spin-offs.
Oh, yeah. I think All in the Family had the most, though. Didn't we count that? Because All in the Family had different titles of different things, like Maude and all those.
Yeah.
I think All in the Family, we went through this in an early episode way back, and I think All in the Family had the most spin-offs.
But I think they only edged it out because they had things like Archie's Place.
Yes.
Which was the series that they did where Archie buys a bar after Edith dies.
Yeah.
Oof.
Grim.
Grim.
Yeah, that there were only like pilot episodes, pilot series where like 2 episodes would come out and then they'd cancel it.
Yeah.
So that's why it got more,
And then there was another, and then they made another, then the spinoff of All in the Family where it was about the house. It was about the new family that moved into the house after they sold it.
Oh, really?
Called it was like 740 Water Street or something like that.
Right, yeah. Oh, I know I didn't watch those. I knew they were around, but I didn't
nobody watched them.
Yeah.
That was sort of the thing.
I was aware of them, but I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I hated All in the Family to begin with. Jeffersons I loved. Jeffersons was the only off-spin and thing. And Maude was all right. Maude wasn't too bad.
I never saw Maude till much later.
Yeah.
I remember it was on and it was around when I was a kid, but it was like soap when I was a kid. Soap was around and stuff like that, and you see the ads for it, but it's always like, that's not for kids.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you'd be reading the TV guide enough that you go, all right, I've seen enough soap ads here. All right, I guess I got to watch the show because it's on every other page.
If you guys that don't know, it was an actual show called Soap. It was sort of a parody of soap operas.
Yes. Ben Vereen?
No.
No?
No. Well, that's where they got Benson.
Benson, yes.
That was
Ben Vereen was Benson.
No, it was Robert Guillaume.
Robert Guillaume, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How about this? Is Soap almost like the progenitor for Arrested Development?
Similar to it, I could see where.
Very similar to it.
Yes, I could see some parallels. I don't know if that's just a particular style or if it's an homage to.
That's what I'm saying. Like it sort of feels like that, where you've got this sprawl, and then probably the modern equivalent is the Modern Family.
Yeah.
Where you got this sprawling cast of all these people that are somehow sort of related to each other,
and they're interacting. Yeah.
And they're all wacky, and they all get different storylines happening. And stuff
yeah, that's why. Yeah, Arrested Development would definitely be that. I don't know about Modern Family, but
I never watched Modern Family. I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. It's actually worthy. It's really fun.
I hear it's pretty well written. And
yeah, okay.
It doesn't grab me.
Oh, now we're on the TV thing. I got one more thing. Guess what came in the mail, Mike?
Does that say Nielsen?
The Nielsen. Look at the logo. The Nielsen logo. Mail Processing Center from Concordville, PA. It says the Aaron Forsyth Erie area household.
Wow.
So we're going to open up and look at the back. Look at the peeper window in it.
Is that $1 bill?
It's $1 bill. So I waited to open up. Let's see. They're asking me to be part of the Nielsen family.
You open that up. I'm going to give it a reset. Okay, so here's the way it worked. Back in the day when people watched television, the ratings were determined by this group called Nielsen. So Nielsen would send out these envelopes to families, and there was a little logbook. And you would log, crisp, fresh $1 bill.
Yeah, it's crispy.
What year is it?
What year's the $1 bill?
Yeah.
2021.
Oh, interesting. So they would give you a little booklet that you would log the shows that you watched as your family on the dates and the times.
Yeah.
And then you would send it back to them. And so that's how they would determine the ratings of what shows were the top shows. Mm-hmm. So it was all this Nielsen research. And so who were Nielsen families was always kept a closely guarded secret so that the networks couldn't influence people or anything like this.
Yeah, it was kind of like an unbiased, like, what are you watching? What's your household watching?
Like a survey.
Yeah, so a survey. So they would mail them out in neighborhoods and demographics and everything like that. I mean, I remember at one point when we did it, I remember my parents and my dad filling out this thing. And we did it for like 7 days, 10 days. My dad was like, this is getting to be too much.
Yeah, it's a whole week.
This is like a book report.
Yeah, especially if if you're sitting there watching TV all day.
Yeah.
You know, you're blogging.
And him grilling me, what did you watch today? Well, I watched Sesame Street and I watched, he'd be like, is that it? Are you sure?
Space Ghost.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that they're still doing this.
That's what I wondered too, because in this world of streaming and everything like that.
They can't be asking about network TV.
Well, here's the main card that comes out. Who is Nelson? For decades, Nelson measured, we just explained
Nielsen.
that. Then they ask, why am I receiving this? We cannot measure everyone. We randomly select a few homes to represent a community. Okay. Does it cost money? No. How does the Nielsen protect they protect my privacy. So that's that.
So what are the instructions? That's what I want to hear.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, Nielsen idiots. That's an envelope to send it back in.
Yeah, the return. Now, does it say postage paid or?
Yeah, no postage if in the United States.
So they're giving you $1 for compensation? I'm totally curious about the
Yeah,
dollar.
I made $1. All right. Well, it's small. Oh, look, wow, this is short.
Wow.
So this just looks like a questionnaire, and they're asking me, what types of TV shows? Number 2, in a day, how many hours do you watch? What is your favorite show or channel? So this is just like a Nielsen survey they're giving me here.
Wow.
Do you have access to the internet? Do you have a cell phone? Do you have a landline? Are you Spanish? Are you black and white? Do you listen to TV, radio? Number of people. Oh, and look at this. Provide all the information above, put it in your paid envelope, and look what it says here. We will send you $5 in 3 weeks. So I'm going to get another $5 by just filling out this little survey.
So you get $6?
$6. Thank you, Nielsen's.
I mean, definitely fill it out and send it in. Let's see what happens. But
yeah, I'll keep you all posted. So I thought this would be more to it than this, but apparently I don't have to log what I'm doing. They just want to know what I watch and how often. In a typical day, how many hours of radio do you listen to? What type of radio do you listen to most often? How many hours of TV do you watch? Do you have the internet? So they're probably trying to compare, what people's, it's like an all general purpose thing.
Yeah, really, because like, how much TV do you actually watch? Well, you watch the news.
Yeah, I watch it. It's on in the back. See, that's what I think. Do you report if it's on in the background?
Because like if it's me, I'm not watching TV. I watch TV, like I only flip over to live TV for like football.
Yeah.
Maybe like, like an awards show. If it's like, oh, the Oscars are going to be on CBS, like I'll tune in for that. But for the most part, I'm not. I mean,
yeah, I'm
MSN
watching
now, I'm watching
just,
the TV.
Yeah, or I'll
keep
broadcasting. I'll keep NBC on,
Right?
Yeah, like if I watch, I watch the 6 o'clock news. Oh, okay, and then Tom Lamas is on. All right, and then I let it play. Oh, here comes, the news.
But I'm not tuning in for, the primetime programming, the 8 o'clock, the 9 o'clock, the 10 o'clock shows.
Yeah, I'm not either. And if it's on, I usually like, if I'm watching an episode of Tracker on CBS, it's not because I like to watch CBS or I like the Tracker. It's just because it's on. You know what I mean?
Well, that was always the thing. That's how they get you with the TV back in the day.
Yeah. So I don't know how this is going to work, but basically I got $1 and they're going to send me 5 more if I fill that out and send it to them.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, so $6. So I just made a cool, clean $6. $6.
It'd be interesting if they sent you actually like a $5 bill or 5 more ones.
But I remember when you and I did it in the late 90s, and then my parents did it, a couple times we've done it in the 80s. They were booklets. They were literally a booklet.
It wasn't that big. Yeah. Yeah, it was like
it had like a plastic fake leather but plasticky binder on it, and it looked like a foldy book.
No, the one that we got, so when we lived together in the late 90s before I moved out to Arizona, we got one at the house that we were living in.
Yeah.
And that was just paper. So that fake leathery one must have been the one that your family got when you were a kid.
Years ago, yes.
Yeah. Because it was just a little paper booklet. I had never seen one before, you know. But growing up a TV junkie, I was always fascinated with the Neilsons and that whole thing.
Yeah.
We never got selected as a family to watch that sort of stuff. But when we got it at the house, you, me, and Hall, we were super excited about it. We're like, oh, we're going to fill this out.
Oh, we were, yeah.
And I remember that week, we were all super busy. I think at the time I was playing in 2 bands. Your band was playing out like 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week.
Yeah, we didn't pay attention. We weren't watching too much TV.
We weren't even home that week.
No, or if I came home, it would be late at night, and I'd turn on like Conan O'Brien in bed and then go to bed.
Yeah, and they were asking specifically about primetime programming.
Yeah.
Which here in the Eastern time zone was 8 to 11. Because the news comes on at 11. Central and Pacific, it's 7 to 10.
And in those days, we're talking 95 to 97, you know, what... I mean, Simpsons, maybe, Married with Children would
I remember
be on.
that was the thing. It got to be the end of the week on the Sunday, and we were like, oh, the Nielsen thing, it's only for 1 week. We literally didn't watch anything all week, and so I think we put down Simpsons, and at the time, I think In Living Color was on, so maybe because...
Yeah.
I think maybe those were the only 2 shows. We just wrote those in.
Yeah, and I know, because I
didn't
was...
watch anything.
No, I was pretty... My watching was always after 11. I'd like, oh, the news is over. Turn on the TV, and that's when I'd go, over the 3 channels we had, and be like, well, I got Conan O'Brien, okay, well, I got the Tonight Show, and then maybe if I found something else, I'd be like, oh, Northern Exposure's on this channel,
Northern Exposure
you know.
rerun. Did that just die?
Yeah, it did. Old Antique Roadshow here and there, you know, dumb shit, but I don't know. I don't think we wrote it down. I don't know what we did.
Because I think the way the Nielsen's worked back in the day is like if you filled out the thing and you watch a lot of TV, they would have you do it for like 3 months, you know, or something like that.
Well, in the 80s, I remember my dad, we had to do it for like, I thought it was 10 days.
Oh, yeah?
It was like a solid week and then going into the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, because it was always like it was always very mysterious. Never found out much about it.
Yeah. 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 I remember my dad getting mad because we couldn't remember what we watched. Chris would be like, I think I watched, and he'd be like, no, you didn't.
I think it's amazing that you got a Nielsen thing in this day and age.
I know. That's why I was so fascinated when it came in the mail. I jumped for joy.
And it's really interesting that it doesn't mention anything about streaming.
Right.
It doesn't mention.
It just asks if we have the internet and do you watch on your phone or do you watch on the computer? You know, that was one of the questions.
Man, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I wonder what they're getting at.
Because especially now, like, you know, NBC is all Peacock platform. CBS is all Paramount platform, Paramount Plus.
Yeah, everything's turning into monopoly.
And ABC is doing nothing because they just can't get it together with the fact that, you know, Disney owns them.
Yeah,
Where's the ABC program?
It's all just turning into like 4 different conglomerates.
Just little silos.
Yeah, and so really, I don't know what they're hoping to gain from my information.
Unless I feel like it's like a last gasp effort of relevance, and they're just trying to find out, does anyone watch TV anymore?
Yeah, do we care about if this all gets consolidated?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Boy, that's interesting.
We got to roll.
I got something here.
Okay, let's snappy.
Go over.
Let's do it up.
How about this one?
Okay.
Sock color.
Sock color.
Yeah, sock color.
I am solid black, but I have whites for summer.
Here's the thing. When we were growing up,
Yeah.
it was all white socks.
White socks, yes.
If you saw somebody wearing black socks,
They're usually dress socks.
it was like dress socks for like an old man.
Yeah,
Like, make fun
like
of
you
them.
stole your dad's gold toes.
Right. Then at some point it flipped around. Now it's all black socks. And I got to do laundry today, so I ended up putting on a pair of white socks. And I got these like slip-in loafers on. Every time I look at my feet, I feel like I'm like Michael Jackson at that Grammy Awards show where he does
Or you feel like
the
Beavis?
moonwalk.
Yeah. Like 1991 Beavis.
Well, the fact that these are loafers, every time I look at my feet, I'm like thinking I'm like Michael Jackson moonwalking at the Grammys or whatever.
I haven't had I have ankle white socks just for hot days in the summer, but those are rare. I always wear the blacks. They're black, but they're not dress socks, but they're black tube socks.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what I ended up finally getting into because it's just so pervasive. It's like, because every time I see the black socks, I'm like, like an old man at the beach. Because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But then like everybody's wearing the black socks from like even like 20 years ago, you know? So I'm like, okay, finally. So I finally got on board with it or whatever. And now it's like, I'm screwed either way. If I look at my feet and I got black socks, I feel like I'm an old man with dress socks at the beach. If I look down, I got the white socks.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm like Michael Jackson moonwalking in loafers.
Well, they got gray.
I guess so.
They do got gray.
I feel like I'm screwed either way.
Well, I think it's more about the height and how far you pull them up is what
that's the other
cool
thing.
or not cool.
Back when we were kids, everybody was pulling these friggin' tube socks up to their knees in the 70s.
Yeah, and
Which
then
was
the 80s roll in, they're
super
all
annoying.
ankle socks bunched down, like leg warmers.
Well, that's what we did. They were like mid-calf socks that we would like push down and down around our ankles because we're not pulling it up. It's not going to stay halfway up your calf
and
anyway.
then by the time we got to the 90s, they're still the mid-calves, but we were wearing combat boots with the white socks over the top.
So you couldn't see them.
Yeah, or you'd see the tops.
Yeah. And then they got to like everybody went shorter and shorter with the socks. So once again, I resisted that whole fad, for like 20 years.
Ankle sock.
And then I finally gave into it the last year I was out in Arizona.
Well, in the hot weather, you kind of have to, or else you're going to get itchy legs.
Right. And then I ended up out here. Well, you end up with tan lines.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then I ended up moving back here.
Yeah.
So then
need socks.
I've had a couple of years with these low profile socks. Which then all of a sudden, your ankles get cold.
They do.
Which when we moved here, my girlfriend's all like, I need some old school flash dance foot warmers.
Oh, she got leg warmers like the old 80s
Leg
flash
warmers,
dance?
yeah. So she got a couple pairs of those. She wears them all the time. She loves them.
Yeah, the girlfriend, I make her wear the mucklucks around the house,
Yeah, the little Eskimo.
Yeah, the Eskimo things is warm. But you're right. I just bought the other day. So I have all kinds of socks. I get real nice Bombas socks.
Do you?
They're expensive.
Are they?
Yes, but I was like, you know what? I can't. This round, things are getting expensive. I can't afford my yearly update of Bombas. So here we go. And the girlfriend usually was the one as gifts would go, here's your Bombas. But this time I was like, you know what? I can't afford it. So I go to Gabe's go cheap route, but I got spongy, and got some spiders. But boy, when you put on brand new socks, now in this extreme cold that's been going on right now, to put on some nice new puffy, squishy socks, I'm like, boy, it brings you back. It really gave me an extra 5% off the depression, I will say.
Yeah.
Because before I got the socks, I was noticing, my socks are all just flat and lifeless. They're on the verge of a hole here and there, It's like, they're just, how light, if you don't have a hole in them, they kind of just lose they're just, what I mean?
They get worn thin.
Yeah, they're just worn thin and there's no squish to them.
That's where I'm at with these black low profile socks. Well, I tried to do the low profile socks, and they ended up being like the ankle high socks. And I'm like, that's not enough, because then you get the tan line, right straight across the ankle. So then I got some ones that actually the low profile, the no C ones or whatever.
Yeah. Once
again, cold ankles, but they're all getting to the point where they're wearing thin.
Yeah.
But yeah, even Dumbledore in the Harry Potter books says, there's nothing like a fresh pair of nice new socks.
Oh, I know. It really does. It really helped. It made me actually, the other morning, I gotta go to work. I gotta get in the shower. And you're standing in the shower like depressed, like, oh, here we go. It's gonna be one of those days. And then I'm naked. I go put on my socks, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah,
it actually
brand
kind of was
new
like,
right
you
out
know
of the
what?
package socks.
It's not a bad day.
Yeah.
I have new socks. These are it really actually made my day, which is lame to say, but it did.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
That's why the Bombas are expensive, because you're buying 2 pairs.
True, but you ever have a pair of Bombas?
Nope.
They've got the thing around where so your foot's right there, but in the middle of your foot, there's an arc thing that wraps around tighter. It's like in a different, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, man, I wish I had one here. I'm not wearing Bombas today, so I can't show you. But you got to goog them, because they're, instead of being one thread all the way down.
I've seen the ads.
Yeah. They just hug the center of your foot, but not strangle them.
Here's the other thing I noticed with these low profile ankly socks. When you're wearing the winter boots, and you go to take them off, the sock comes with it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big drawback. Why you can't wear these low profile socks when it's like, winter boot weather.
The only reason you would have ankle socks, which I would, was you're basically.
It was for playing tennis.
Yeah, and it's like I want to not wear socks, but I can't have sweaty feet stinking up my sneakers.
Right.
So you got to have something there
Right.
to absorb the sweat.
Yeah, it was for like tennis players.
Yeah.
Because when we were kids, those low-profile socks, they had a little pom-pom on the back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, or girls would have the pom-pom
Right?
on the back. Yeah.
Or that's why, as guys, you can never do those because you always got a stupid pom-pom on.
Yeah, and you look kind of weird. But
Totally weird.
I mean, you know, and then when the fad was, oh, don't wear any socks, when everyone was wearing no socks, you can't do that, especially as a teenager, because you know your feet were stinking.
Well, that was the thing. Like first time I went down to Brazil with my girlfriend, I'm doing like leather high tops and tube socks, and she's like, "You're ridiculous wearing those things down here." And I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" She's like, "Wear sandals." I'm like, "Sandals?" So we went and bought me a pair of $5 Brazilian sandals. Love them. I didn't wear sneakers unless I had to for like 15 years.
Well, you lived in Arizona.
Yeah, I lived in Arizona.
Yeah,
And there were a lot of jobs I had working in offices where you could just wear like shorts and sandals.
Ew.
Yeah,
Open-toed shoes.
yeah.
I don't like the idea.
I know. Well, a lot of people around here in the East Coast and stuff, they're like, no. Even like when I'm flying on an airplane, like you gotta take your shoes off and shit. Sandals.
I just don't want to see somebody's feet. Yeah, it's gross to me.
Deal
I don't
with
want
it.
to see toes. Yeah,
Deal with
I
it.
know.
I don't want to smell people's BO. I got to deal with it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to smell their stinky food either. I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to smell the stinky coffee in the airport, but I gotta.
Yeah, true.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Well, we got to go, but we got to film a Shlicketty review. This week's Shlicketty review due out Thursday.
Yep.
What are we watching this week? The Rip.
The Rip. It's a new Ben Affleck, Matt Damon movie on Netflix.
Yeah, stay tuned for our review on that one.
Yep.
And yeah,
It'll probably be a quick one.
you think?
I mean,
See, this is where it gets quick because there's a lot to it, and to spoil, if I go too far deep into it, I'm going to spoil it.
yeah.
And if I start complaining about something on the back half, could result in my complaint could be the spoiler.
Yeah, yeah.
So that we're just setting it up for you.
Yeah.
I liked it though.
Well, don't give it away.
Oh.
That's all we got.
Well, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Shoot us an email, hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching all the way through. Shoot us an email, say hi, ask us a question, tell us a story.
Yeah.
Hit us up in the comments or whatever. Please give it a like. It really helps us out a lot. We're sort of a weird show, and the algorithm doesn't know what to do with us. So help us out. Give it a like. Give us a comment.
Lucky Juarez.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.